Hey, Mark and the Picsetter team. I'm going to be reviewing Picsetter today, and it is not 9:41. It's actually 9:39. So I don't know why that says that on my phone. But I'm going to be showing how from installation up until whatever my magic moment is for Picsetter, and I'm going to go through my 4-step first time user experience evaluation and look at landing page, 1 minute magic moment, 5 minute magic moment, and then I'm going to calculate some sort of grit score. And yeah, looking forward to getting started. So, okay, install. Please, here's any notes. Okay, let me hide this for right now. Please send us any feedback you might have, of course. Open. I am allow while using app, and I will allow. I always put a time limit because I spend way too much time on my phone. Welcome to Picsetter. Create trips, find new friends and destinations. Get started. This is a beautiful, beautiful picture. Wow, this is gorgeous. I definitely could not read the bottom. By continuing, you agree to Picsetter's terms and conditions. Down, just going to turn on my cursor. Like this, the contrast is very low. So that's my only comment there. Get started. Yep, access my photos. I'm thinking about what I would do if I didn't receive a personal beta test invite from you, Mark. I'm not sure if I would give you access to my photos. I was not prepped with what I would like. I think you can prime that permission better and say, hey, we're going to create a trip for you from scratch. Exactly this screen, actually, this exact screen, and then ask for the permission to access my photos. I see. Florida 2020. Oh, that's really interesting. I haven't been to Florida in 2020. Super interesting. New York, Pennsylvania. Oh, wow. I'm definitely having a, oh my gosh, kind of moment here. Continue without trading a trip. This is super interesting. You know what? I love this trip, my United Kingdom one. So I'm going to add all my images and log in to create my account. I still wow, I'm actually going super into this, going straight into creating a trip. And I'm still not unsure of what I am receiving by logging in, by creating an account. I see that you're saying create a account or log into yours. Log into your account so you can share your album with your friends. But I would do one more screen before this and say, hey, great, do you want to share this with your friends? If so, let's create an account. Or I would add a little bit more, I would say fluff, but I would add a little bit more ease into this right before saying create an account. Because I don't really know what it means yet to create a trip. I feel like I've been thrown immediately in. It's really interesting. I usually say I don't want to connect with Facebook because I don't use Facebook very often. I guess I'll sign in with Apple. I know that was a new feature released back in June. But I'm kind of a little annoyed. Oh, wow. Interesting. Error trying to log in. I'm a little annoyed that I can't create an account using only email, because I usually give my spam email, ElizabethL11235@gmail.com, which is my kind of like my spam email that I give to all my newsletters, all apps, and so on, so that I don't clutter up my normal inboxes with apps. error trying to log in. That makes sense to me because I obviously didn't complete that. Let's do a sign in with Apple. Sure, my email sounds good. I'm wondering how many other people are having that frustration specifically with the email. Probably not many, but that was my first initial spot. Oh, great. So now we're finally getting into the onboarding. This is a very interesting flow being dropped in immediately. And I've already given you access to my notifications, to my location, and to my photos. I've given you 3 massive accesses. And now I'm getting into the onboarding. So I find that very interesting as an order, as a journey map there, because if I was to come onto this to Picsetter, Mark, without any information beforehand, I probably would not give you access to my location or to my photos just yet. So it's an interesting thing to keep in mind. Share your travel spots. Okay, let's get started. Hey there. Okay, my username is Elizabeth. Let's see if that's at a profile pic. Okay. Can I take a pic? Selfies. Portrait. I guess this is my face. I look very serious in this one, but I can't find another picture immediately right now. And it's not giving me the option to take a selfie, so get started. There we go. Uploading images. We're auto grouping all the content into moments based on the date and location. 10 images left. This is really interesting. Okay, so I guess I would just wait. I definitely probably would just wait for this to upload, add more content, check-ins. Don't have a picture of everywhere you went, add a check-in for your favorite spot. It was a year and a half ago. I don't really remember my check-ins, so I'm going to swipe that away for right now. Eat, do, stay. Yes, makes total sense. I want to see my timeline. I feel like that's my quick background. The UK was a very special trip for me because this is one of my really good friends, Jess, and she had her bachelorette in Scotland. So we all, me and a bunch of other friends, we all traveled to Scotland for her bachelorette. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's definitely duplicates. One now has a duplicate. I did just swipe away check-ins. I think I want a map because I thought I had more pictures from around that time. Okay. This is interesting. It's very... This is beautiful, and it's a little harder to screen. I'm zooming in. I feel like this is a little harder to do. Oh, wow. Yes, I took these on the road. These 3 pictures on the road. Okay, now I've got to zoom out. And it's, okay. New. I guess, did I have 12? Oh, I had 12 pictures at this location. Okay. I had 2 pictures at this location. I had 2 pictures at this location. I do not drink anymore, but at that point I was, and we had just hiked, I forget how many miles that day, but we had hiked for a straight 5-6 hours, and I was exhausted. So I was very happy to have my beer in my hand. I love, I'm getting a feeling right now. I love how, I chose a trip that I love. And I am re-imbued with that sense of love of the trip, of the travel, of the hiking, of my friend's bachelorette party. as I rediscover those photos. So that's an interesting, it's a side effect as I am going through this timeline. This is, oh, interesting. Of course. And then I was in London right before. So, okay. So interesting. Maybe I'm not doing the app correctly, where I'm like, maybe I should just like filter per day. And then the next day I was there. Then Thursday I was there. Then Friday I was there. Okay. I definitely thought I had more pictures, but maybe all of my pictures are in Google Photos. And so that's why my Apple Photos does not have nearly as many. It's very interesting. Add trip members, make this trip private. Dock connector. Okay. I have no idea where I stayed. I think if this was a recent trip, I'm not going to have a lot of those because it's been quarantined and I actually have not traveled rather than large past like New York City, New Jersey, like East Coast wise for the past year. Plus, I would have traveled had it not been COVID. But one, there's definitely a bug here because those are the 3 same pictures, and every time I come back to this trip, I think Eat has a duplicate of that picture. I am kind of expecting this part to populate with some picture. So I am a little disappointed that that first part is not populating with a picture. I don't know what to do on this page. Like I just keep swiping and going through. Where are people traveling? Okay, so clicking here. See, like I definitely wish that all the pictures that I have just given you access and permission to, I'm wishing that one of the pictures was right here. Probably is like the face of my trip. And then I guess I would click in and I would do the share, the timeline, the quotes, the map. I think the map is kind of magical. It's definitely very magical. The hover in emotion is good. It was a little confusing when I was trying to find the next photo, and now I understand the pattern is like I'm just swiping through. I'm going like right. My thumb is just swiping through from one side to the next. Okay, so let's discover some of the other features. Cool. So where are people traveling? Where are people traveling? I can't zoom out this map. Where are people traveling? Trending right now. Suggested trips. Iceland. Awesome, Mark. I know, Mark. I should do that thing. I should do the Iceland trip. Okay. Cool. So this is the first time that I'm seeing somebody else's trip, a trip that is not my own. It is interesting to me that it didn't start on the start. On the start, it started on I guess this is the airport or something like that. So, okay. Friday, Thursday it started. Then went here. Just like thinking about functionality. How do I see your photo? I'm sure this is something beautiful and I don't know what to see in your photo. This place looks gorgeous. I'm trying to click into that photo. How do I see the photo? No. Where am I? Nope. Okay, so zooming in does not work. You're seeing me attempt to zoom in and it's not working. I'm definitely trying to click your photos because I am very interested in going to Iceland and I would love to see your beautiful photos. Like, oh my gosh, there's definitely at blue. This definitely looks like something gorgeous, like a blue lake. And How do I see your photos? List. Maybe it's list. Okay. Do I have to click into every photo at the time? I am not going to do that. Ooh, this looks stunning. I love it. That is beautiful. Save this place. Okay, let me try saving this place. Add to bucket. Iceland. Done. Create new bucket. Oh, no. Is that done? Did I just save it or not? Add it to bucket. Okay. That was a little confusing, but okay, I got it. Leave your comment. This is so beautiful. Just now. Okay, can't do anything else besides leave a comment. White space wise, it definitely surprises me that like on this very small screen real estate, these icons are incredibly small. As you can see, it's a little darker at night right now, and I'm just like I'm starting to strain my eyes as I look at the icons because they're just I'm already on my mobile phone and the icons are like super super teeny tiny. So I'm a little unsure of why they're so tiny. It definitely seems like they are much smaller than the larger screen. Okay, cool. So this is for new. I want to do sure camera. What does that mean? What would I get? Okay, well, I'm not on a trip right now, so I'm just testing things out. Check in. Sure, I'll check in. I'm right now in. Oh, I like that you auto-populated. I'm right now in Rochester, New York. Okay. Can I not just do like a location? Or I have to do. Okay, why don't I just do current location? I just did current. Okay, Rochester. Rochester here. Search. Add check-in. I'm just clicking around. Okay, I guess I can't add a check-in for Rochester without clicking on a specific place. That's really annoying. Sure, I'll do a Hilton family restaurant. I think that's nearby to here. Tap to add date and time. Sure. Today, add check-in. Okay, I'm back on my United Kingdom. Why am I back on United Kingdom? Oh, Mark, you automatically follow everyone. That makes total sense. As a great initial thing, as a great initial way to say that people can follow me back. I did not realize that. I think that was the intent of this Iceland trip, to see where are people traveling. I think it's where are people traveling should this icon, this screen was a little deceiving. I expected like pins on a board, and I do have to do the search for functionality. Suggested trips. Sure, I'll follow you, Mark, Madeline, Margaret, Nick. Editor spec. I'll follow that person too. Yeah, I'm finding myself. Ooh, this looks delicious. I'm so hungry. I'm finding myself like I don't want to click into individual ones. My goodness gracious. If only I can bake bread that great. So I'm feeling a little apprehension by just going into other people's trips. Photos. I don't really have a photo right now because I don't feel like I've gone anywhere. Hearts. I have a bucket list. 1 follower, 1 trip, 1 recent. I guess I'm curious in what is defined as recent. Recent versus trips. Oh, where's my trip? Oh no. Where is my trip? Where is my trip? Isn't this my trip? Eat. Oh no. I added Hilton Family Restaurant to. I meant to create a new memory, a new something. Oh, later. Try tonight. Ooh, this was not meant to be added. I think I'm surprised that this adequate crash local treasure. There's definitely a couple of bugs. Loved the beer. There's definitely a couple of bugs in the UX. And oh, come on. Save out. Local treasure. Oh no, how do I get out of. Okay. That was definitely a bug. Trips. It not popping up. It's definitely a bug. The addition of me trying to add a place, a new check-in. I think this I had gone into check-in. Yep. A new check-in. Huh. And it automatically adding it to my last trip. Yeah, that's a little annoying, definitely, because now I have to delete that. How do I delete? No, I don't want to add a caption. Oh, okay, go back. Do I long press it? Nope, I don't long press it. I cannot. I'm trying to remove Hilton Family Restaurant because that's where I currently am, and United Kingdom. This is a memory. And so I'm trying to remove Hilton Family Restaurant and I cannot. So that's a little frustrating. Editors pics, photos. I think I love, okay, so takeaways. The feature that stays with me is the map. Definitely the map is the feature that stays with me. I think that this is a beautiful, beautiful start. This that animation of popping me, of going like very, very large across the entire world and going straight into the one place that I currently am or that I previously was, like that animation is a little broken. So I would recommend finding a better way around that. It kind of feels like I'm going through one of like J.J. Abrams' wormholes, where like it just feels like blinders on both sides. That's what the animation feels like. Edit. Okay. Make this trip private. How do I remove this component where I went to Hilton? How do I remove that one? This one part. I can't do it in the list. Timeline. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, so overall, I'm pretty sure that I've now touched all the features. And my takeaways from this were I was immediately, by accessing my photos, immediately I was dropped into the, hey, an album is automatically created for me. I felt like I did have some agency because I said I wanted to choose my United Kingdom trip versus some of the other trips that I had taken that were all showcased in my Apple Photos. My takeaways were that if I wanted to share the map, I think this would be incredibly, incredibly useful. The suggested trips, I think, would be a beautiful addition. But I think focusing right now just on something very simple like that animation, maybe hiring someone to do the animation for you. The timeline is beautiful. Share. I'm curious how many people would share. The trending. start a new trip, add a cover, use feed photos. Okay. There's definitely, I wouldn't have even thought to create a new trip because it created one for me. I feel this mixture right now of like, it's part agency, but also like this thing is cool and I don't know what's next. Like if some friend had recommended this, I probably would look at their map and I'd be like, that's great. And I don't think I would have a trip that would fit that right now. So I like that you dropped me in. I think that there definitely needs to be some permissions before I choose an album to turn into a timeline, a map, to tell me what will be going on, to tell me what is going on. The social aspect is definitely a little frustrating because people definitely have beautiful, incredible trips that they've told me about, and I can't see them right now. I'm also, I didn't even look through suggested people. Nope. I am clicking right now on all the suggested people, and I cannot access their trips. So there is actually very little content for me to view. And I prefer to be more of a lurker than a poster than a creator. So I'm probably going to, before I would even create an album, great, now one is created, I know that that is possible. And then I would probably go lurk on a couple of other people's trips to see what is possible and to create my own bucket list. That is my assumption of one type of persona, which is more of a lurker persona, that they'll create their album because that is what is expected of them. And then they'll go and see other people's trips. And I think it's interesting that I can't, Mark, I can't click on your trip right now. I can't even click on your past trips. I only see one trip. And then there's trending. So it does feel a little dry to me. And then there's the obvious, the bugs, the imagery, I think the map. There's definitely a couple of things in here to optimize. Bucket list. I feel like the bucket list is probably more of a subset within settings or something. I'm not sure why I would need 5 buttons down here. This middle one is the one that I probably will use the least. The camera, the check on the photos, the start a new trip. Profile. It will take me a while to get followers. There is definitely a bug within the trips itself, because I cannot access my United Kingdom trip. So yeah, that was my first time using the app. The one thing that sticks out to me is the map. So I think trimming up and making sure that that feature is phenomenal, good to go, because that is definitely the bright, shiny factor, the shareable nugget that people will share Picsetter with. So hope this was helpful for you.